All right, so I recently did a video and I was reacting to the body language guy. Mr. Jesus Enrique Rosas was doing a video where he was talking about how the little girl was in a defensive stance and not in an aggressive stance. Now we have another update. We'll take a look at this and see if anything's changed.
New official developments of any kind. The only thing we got was a lousy Daily Mail article, obviously propped to, portray the migrant as a model citizen, and this is not it. This information is being hid from us. It's been concealed in some way. It is impossible that this is what we got. This is the man accused of harassing children and was threatened by the 14-year-old girl in Scotland. Fatos Ali Dumana, a self-described gypsy gangster man.
Oh, look at that.
Saying that he's waiting for you to get in my supercar. He's not a model migrant as the media claims. Those are the claims. The only thing that we got, the only real information that, well, I'm going to say, we have no way to actually confirm, because there's this media, official media blackout, not only from the Scottish media or the mainstream media, we could say, and the officials. Nobody's speaking about this.
I saw this on Twitter the other day, X. I spoke with the mom of one of the girls, Maya, and got the entire story that the meeting is covering up and lying about. Now, I don't know if this is true. Somebody pointed out that it seems like AI wrote it. I'm not sure. Anyways, we can only go on what we have, right? We can make assumptions sometimes. And like I said in the previous video, the body language determined more than what people were saying, as far as I'm concerned anyway. First of all, the reporting got the names of the little girls mixed up. There are 3 girls total. There was one of them, I think she was wearing the pink hoodie in the back as well. Lola is the hero from the video. She's the one with the axe defending her sister. Lola's sister is Ruby, who was attacked and hospitalized. I believe she was the one where I read that one of the girls got slapped. I don't know what the situation was, like I said before. And she was the one, and Maya was Ruby's best friend who was with them and went to call the police afterwards. Here's a summary of what happened from the mother. I've heard a lot of stories about the mom too on Reddit. Yes, so what happens was the girls wrote there just walking, and the man in the picture made comments about her, calling her sexy and made sexual remarks. Then the girls started to tell this man to leave them alone and to stop following them and making sexual remarks to them. Jesus said in the previous video, she may be part of a gang. It is very possible. It is also very possible that the man who was recording her was actually somebody trying to assault her or do something very bad. So both things can be true. After that, the man's sister, also in the picture, came around the corner and physically attacked Ruby. She grabbed her hair and dragged her to the floor and started to punch her. Now I heard slap. Both the man and the woman were kicking her in the head while she was on the floor. At this point, my daughter called the police, so my daughter's account after that is a bit blurry. That is when Lola had the weapons. She pulled them out to protect Ruby. After that, the man came back at Lola recording her, and again, that's what Jesus had said. He actually pushed forward to her and he wanted her to show the weapons. Ruby was hospitalized after the attack with a severe concussion and a tennis ball sized lump on the back of her head. Now that fits with the story that I read where the man and the woman were actually being investigated by the police, a story that I still can't find. Thanks, Google.
It would be really easy for the authorities. If this had not happened, if this didn't happen like this, it would...
Absolutely. Also worth noting that the police know that Ruby went to the hospital with a head injury. Yes, and that comes where I said that I believe they pulled the 2 of them in for either questioning or for potentially being charged with something. Anyways, let's get to Jesus's video here.
It would be really easy for the authorities to just disprove these claims, to make an unofficial statement, but no official statement has been made. The authorities are completely silent about this. I don't know if they are waiting, expecting for this to go away, and this is not going anywhere. Also, Estetica, I will be addressing the fake Daily Mail article tomorrow with a part 2 of my reporting on this, but for now, I will say one thing. And this is important, and I agree with Estetica on this. Not a single second of CCTV footage has been released, because the other thing is that this guy, the gypsy Bulgarian or whatever, gypsy gangster man, he claims that he was let go because the police checked nearby CCTV footage and they confirmed that there was no aggression whatsoever. All right, so then why don't the authorities just come forward and clear this up? Because people want to know, not only in Scotland, not only in the UK, but all over the world.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me that this could be a very simple, just a tweet, just an Instagram post. That you don't have to go on camera, but you have to go on the record, say what actually happened, as the competent authorities. And what I think is that they are really trying this to just go away. They're waiting for this to go away. And yeah, not a single second of CCTV footage has been released. Anyone claiming so is lying to you. It would be really easy, okay?
I have seen people on Reddit say that they have seen, quote unquote, seen the CCTV footage. But again, I haven't been able to find it. So thanks, Google, for that. I don't think it's been released. Not officially. I think we would see it.
If there was no aggression, imagine this. Try to imagine this. Okay, there's this business who was nearby, or someone had a doorbell camera, or there was a camera of some reason who recorded the interaction. So the narrative of the people who want this to go away is that nothing happened, that this crazy girl just produced one knife and a hatchet out of the blue and began harassing this man and his sister or wife or whatever. If that was the case, then if you release the CCTV footage, we can see it for ourselves. But no CCTV footage has been released, and no statement has been made. But what do you want us to think? Do you think that we have reason to believe this is more sinister than it already is? For the couple analysis I've made about this video, anyone claiming so is lying to you. If they had CCTV footage of what the migrant is falsely claiming, they would have released it. Yeah, the migrant, this girl was just harassing me, and he was let go because the footage just
I was just actually looking. I actually looked up the guy's name to see if I could actually find a thing where the article where I read that the guy was actually pulled in after the fact, after the girl was released. I believe she was released, the younger one, and then they were brought in for questioning. I can't seem to find it, but it made me think about, if we're just going on appearances. I've seen a lot of people say, she's got like ratty clothes on and stuff like that, and she's carrying an axe and a knife with her, and we can go on the assumption that she's the aggressor. We see that she's the aggressor automatically. Some people will think she's automatically the aggressor. Well, if I were to do the same thing with the pictures that I saw of the young man there, and I saw his Instagram was full of him wearing a hood over his head, tattoos on his chest, West Side or whatever the hell that is, I would make the exact same assumptions that this guy's just a little punk, right? I generally try not to do that. The fact of the matter is, it is still a little girl who was still aggressively approached by the man who recording. Her sister was committed to a hospital with a head injury. Again, I read it was a slap. Some things also said, as Aesthetica said there in the tweet, that she was actually kicked a few times as well, and her hair was pulled. I'm sure none of that's on the CCTV footage that they have. And even if they had it, and this person was a migrant, they would never release it because it goes against the narrative anyways. All right.
Made him not guilty of anything. Also worth noting that the police know that Ruby went to the hospital with a head injury. Why are they covering up that information?
Yeah.
Makes you think. I don't want to get into trouble, say the obvious thing here. But, if you try to put the pieces, of this puzzle, they don't fit. There's something here that does not fit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And the ball is in the authorities' court. I don't think that they're going to do anything. To make things even more complex, we have that some girls that match the description of the girls of the video were missing since July 29th. The last time Lola was seen, she was wearing a blue Nike t-shirt and light blue jeans with tears on the knees. and that's the same outfit she's wearing in the video. Those on the side of the migrant adults with better hope, this isn't as it may be. This is so many things, and there are pictures, okay, like this one. My daughter's friend, who is 13 years old, just got attacked by these two people in Lockheed. They were trying to chat up this girl's 12-year-old wee sister, so she told them to leave her alone, and these two jumped on her. We have no way of confirming if they are the same people. Maybe this is the same guy, because the problem is that the videos that people are circulating about the gypsy gangster are from like 2 years ago. He was slimmer.
Yeah.
The videos on his TikTok account right now, he has put on some weight. So it's possible that this is a guy after all.
With them being missing supposedly. See if I can bring this up. Missing Dundee sisters 12 and 13 last seen at Wellgate have been traced. I don't have an update of when this was. Oh, here we go. July 30th, 2025. So Ruby and Lola, the two names of the girls supposedly in the video, we have no way of knowing for sure. Last seen at the shopping center, they have been traced and they are found, and they apparently are now back at home. So this was as of July 30th, 2025. It very well could have been the same two girls.
People now with police, but also now conveniently can't speak English anymore. They sure could talk English when they were perving on a 12-year-old girl. And it also matches the let's say, not a description, but what looks like.
There is also a video out there too, where you can actually see somebody wearing a pair of sandals, like Adidas sandals. And if you look down in the corner down here, it's kind of hard to see. I'll try to zoom it in. Down here, she is wearing a pair of black and white, or blue and white, maybe blue and white or black and white Adidas sandals as well. So this girl definitely, at least from that point of view, definitely matches.
Like the wife of the guy on TikTok is not the same woman in here. Okay, it's not the same woman. So this could be his sister, as the recollection says.
Yeah.
But now we have that mystery as well, that these girls with the names and the description were missing since July 29th. And I can understand why some
they were
people also
found.
say, okay, there's so many.
Again, they were found. Maybe Mr. Rojas didn't see this particular clip. It was very hard for me to find. I had to dig into Reddit to find that article. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And I blame Google and the search engines and everything else.
Weird stuff about this. There's so many angles that have not been investigated properly. And the thing is, this is what I think. This is what I see from this, from all the missing pieces. If Lola was part of a gang, as we have noticed that many people have that theory. Oh, she's feral. She's part of a gang.
She may be.
And
she
authorities, like every single other authority in the UK, wanted to defend the migrant. They would have done that instantly if they had, of course, the evidence. But they don't have the evidence, and that's why they haven't produced it.
That's actually a very good point. I never actually thought of that. If it was the case that she was the attacker, and then the fact that she was quote unquote feral or part of a gang, there's absolutely no way, and she was attacking a migrant, they absolutely would come out and say, yes, she was part of a gang. If that was the case, if it was a case that she's a known gang member or something like that, or she's been involved in other altercations, they absolutely 100% would come out and throw all of that stuff in our faces.
That all they could do was to call the Daily Mail and try to push this narrative that this guy had nothing to do with them, that he was just walking, and he was attacked by these ladies, and some kind of CCTV footage that is nowhere to be seen, just to confirm that he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, why doesn't this little girl just carry pepper spray or something? Because the UK government made pepper spray illegal. Yes, of course they did. You cannot defend yourself. You cannot defend yourself in Canada. You cannot defend yourself in the UK. In fact, it is illegal to carry anything for the purpose of self-defense except a whistle. which is absolutely insane.
The complete truth of this, because we still haven't heard directly from the mother. We know from Aesthetica, who reached out to the mother, but we haven't heard from the mother directly.
Well, the UK Daily Mail, they're definitely not going to interview the mother, but they don't want this story to get out any more than it does. I mean, they even put out a statement saying, we don't want people talking about this online. Again, that stuff, people should be hashing this stuff out. What's the real situation here? Like, what's the truth? That's what it always should be. It should never be about whose side or what side or whatever, but we always constantly see the media playing this game of, you're on the other side of us, you're on the other side of this person, you're on the other side of that person. They always want to play sides and not, here's the truth, here's the information. It's always sprinkled a little bit to sort of like sow discontent or something like that, sort of force people to sort of try to figure it out for themselves, and people have their own innate biases as anyways. Like I said, if I saw the pictures of that guy's Instagram or whatever and he has all that stuff, I would assume he's a little punk too. I would assume he's a gang member at that point as well. And it may not be. He may just be trying to look cool to his friends, right? We all have our innate biases, and I think they play on that, and they try to make it to where we're constantly bickering with each other. Anyways, get off on that soapbox. Anyways, guys, I hope this video was a little bit informative, a little bit more informative, depending on where you were on this side of the issue. I know I, for one, will generally always side with the most common sense approach, and the most common sense approach is that little girls are not much of a threat. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't be, not saying that they can't be if there's like 30 of them, but in this situation, again, with the previous video showing the body language and how she was backing away, again, I'm more inclined to believe that this girl was actually trying to defend herself and not the aggressor. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Son of a bitch.